Come in.
Hi, Addie. Krizia Livia from Salesforce. So nice to see you
Hi,
again.
so nice to see you again. Please take a seat.
Oh, thank you. It was so awesome that we got to meet each other at the alumni tailgate here at UGA. What a small world that Karen got to introduce us and get us talking about, our roles within our company. Such a great, fun time we had.
I know, Karen's great, and I love that we got to meet. I just had a great time at the tailgate.
It was good to go back to our good old football days, definitely.
Oh, I know.
So I just wanted to go ahead and give you an additional business card of mine with my personal contact information,
Perfect.
phone number, email, if you ever want to get a hold of me after this meeting or even whenever in the future. So there's that for you. And just to make sure, we blocked out 20 minutes for this meeting, correct?
Yes, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I
don't
know
have that much time.
I know you're very busy. No worries. We all are. So totally understandable. And is there anyone else going to join this meeting, or is it just going to be you and me for today?
It's just going to be us.
Awesome. I see you're really taking charge. Great.
I am.
And so since we only have 20 minutes, I already took the liberty to create a tentative agenda for our meeting today, if you don't mind me sharing. I kind of wanted to just start off with a little bit more about your role within the company and just more about the company in general, how YETI's been doing, their goals for the future, and I'd like to then explain to you what we as Salesforce have to offer for you guys. So with that being said, do you mind if I take any notes during our meeting?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So as we were talking at the tailgate, I really just want to say congratulations for reaching that 400 million mark in your total revenue, right?
Thank you. I know. And we surpassed that 450 now, which is amazing. I mean, it's more than we could have asked for.
Yeah, and with a company that started in 2006, that's really so great.
I know. We are still so new, and it's crazy that our company's just picked up 450 million. I mean, I would have never dreamed about it.
Incredible, so incredible. And with your new role as IT Associate Director, congratulations with that too.
Thank you so much.
So do you want to just tell me a little bit about your day-to-day within your company and within your new role a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So I go into the office, check my calendar because I definitely need to see what I'm doing for the day. And after I go through what I am responsible for and who I'm meeting with, I check my email. My email gets loaded every single day. I get so many emails. But I definitely focus on my individual sales team members' emails because they email me every day the orders that they've placed. So I go through their individual emails, look at the Excel sheets they've sent me, and then combine all of those and put them on one complete Excel sheet for our orders. And then once I do that, I set up one-on-one touch base meetings with each sales team member. And once I do that, I find out about kind of their progress of where they are with each customer, each client. And I do that with each sales team member, and then I go about my day.
Wow, so you're very, very busy throughout your day, right?
I am. It's a lot of team, a lot of collaboration. So I'm just thankful to be in a company like YETI.
Right. So who reports those orders that you said you input manually? So who reports those to you?
My individual sales team members. So they, at the end of their day, when they get an order, they will put it on an Excel sheet and they will send it to me. I will then go ahead, like I said, check my email for all of those emails. I will combine all of the orders onto one Excel sheet from each sales team member that I have.
Oh, wow. So about how much time on average would you say that you spend manually inputting that data into Excel?
How many hours? Like a week, a day?
I would say a day.
I spend, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day doing that. 3 hours a day when we get a lot of orders.
Wow.
So I would say probably 2 hours a day.
Wow, that's a lot of time spent. But
it is.
Now that you're a director, how would you say that you value your time?
On what kind of base?
I would say maybe like $1 per hour basis.
Oh gosh, well, my time is very valuable. I would
course
say
it is.
probably I would value my time at around $120 an hour. I know I'm probably reaching, but I do have a lot to get done.
Yes, definitely. And so once this data is inputted, is there any way that your team can go back and review your customer information, your past order history, and just past buys in general?
Well, It's hard to say because with the customer information, each sales team member has clients. So
Mhm.
they have their own individual customer information.
Mhm.
But when it comes to previous buyer history, they would have to go interdepartment. I would have to go back through our records and look that up. But only I have a complete list of all the customer information.
Oh, wow. So it's
Mhm.
very segregated within which sales member has their own clients and whatnot. You really have to go through a lot of people, right?
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Wow, so that does really seem like a lot for you to go through as a director in general. How does that make you feel when you have to just shuffle through all that just to get your one client information?
It kind of frustrates me, if I'm being honest, just because I do have a lot to do throughout my day. I have meetings with my managers and my bosses.
Right.
So it is difficult to have to go through all of those steps to get the information, and it does take up a lot of my time. So
Right.
I would say that, that is something that we're looking for in a potentially new CRM system.
And have you noticed any issues with accuracy or in general, just like inputting the data, any issues with that?
Well, since it is done by hand, by my sales team, and then it goes to me, and I have to input it by hand also, it's kind of like playing telephone with our orders. So I have noticed, some errors, some inaccuracy, nothing too major, I think, but I have noticed some errors.
Do you think you could put, tag a number, percent in revenue lost on that?
If I had to say, because normally when we catch it, it's not until it's too late.
Right.
But I would say about 1% of revenue.
Okay. All right, 1%. Okay. And so, just after going over your day-to-day and talking through this a little bit more, I've noticed that there are some areas of inefficiency and maybe some discontent on your end just based off of what you have to do and what your sales team in general has to go through just to get their contact information and have that transparency within the company. Would you say that that's accurate, that you have those issues and discontent?
I would. Now that you mention it, now that you bring it up, it is costing us money.
Right.
And they are, discontents and things that I would like to change.
Right. Okay, so, with that being said, I came here for a reason, just to show you what Salesforce has to offer. And after going over all these things that you've said, I really think that I can provide you with something. So if you would like, could I show you maybe a demo of our Salesforce website just so you could get a kind of a touch and feel hands-on thing with it?
Of course, I would love that. Thank you.
Perfect. Let me just grab my computer and we can get started with it.
All right.
Let me just come on over here so it's a little bit easier for
pull up
you.
a chair.
Thank you. Let's just pull this up. Okay, so here we are with our Salesforce website.
Okay.
And just like overall with what you're looking at, just the homepage in general, what are your thoughts on it so far?
It does look very organized. I see all the different tabs at the top, task, activity. I don't really know what all this means, but
right.
I am noticing a lot of organization.
Okay, so yes, Salesforce has been designed to be very organized, very easy to use. I am not a tech person, so I think if I've mastered this, you definitely can get away with it also. So over here we have your app launcher.
Okay.
So when you start off, you can go and you can be within different areas of the business and look at different things to input into the system. So we have an area for your sales manager, your role in the company.
That's great.
And you can go in order, so you mentioned before that you had some issues with with your inaccuracy of inputting your data, correct?
Right, correct.
So when you go over here to the reports tab, you can just click around too if you'd like. I'll let you get a more hands-on view of it.
Okay.
You go over to your reports tab and you can see all these different customer information areas and your contact information that you can input post-sale and all of their order stuff as well. So that's really going to give your salespeople room to input their data right away, and that goes along with our mobile app as well, which is something super handy. I put my phone away for this meeting, but having the apps today are just super useful, and it's going to give your salesperson a chance to input the data post-sale, and then your inner department is going to be able to access that immediately, and there's hopefully going to diminish all of your inaccuracies within inputting your data, and there's going to really be that transparency within your inner department and your outer department as well.
So they can open up this app when they're out in the field.
Yep, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And so then after that, you can go into your reports tab over here, and that is going to give you your full report that they've inputted.
Okay.
So moving back over to the dashboard, we're going to go over to your sales chatter.
Okay.
So through your sales chatter, you can talk within your departments, just sitting at your desk when you're inputting data. If you have any quick questions, anything, super easy and super conversational between you and your department. So if you ever feel like someone has something missing within their data that you need right away, you can just send them a quick note on your chatter, and they'll pop up with the answer there right there for you.
Oh, wow. So this kind of gives my team a platform to use to communicate with each other because on our computers we have like chats, but it's only between one person.
Right.
So this allows me to have a group discussion? Oh,
yep,
okay,
group discussions, and there's posts and polls and questions that you can update and share with everyone within your company, and have everyone input their own opinions, facts, whatever you need, and whenever you need it. Yep, and so then also moving more towards that, you said that obviously you're the new director, so you have a lot of tasks, a lot of time management that you need to do. So there is a tasks tab right here. You can go ahead and click it there.
Okay.
And click new task. So this is going to give you an option to create a task with that you're going to assign it to a sales member, of course. You're going to put a subject, the due date. You can prioritize it based off of if it's necessary to happen right now, later, not as time pressing, whatever your heart desires. And then that can go back into the status. So if it's in progress from your sales team member, if they've completed it, if you're waiting for their response and whatnot. So it kind of gives you that overarching view of what they're doing and how they're prioritizing your requests upon them.
So I can get rid of my touch base meetings. I can just know exactly what they're doing right here.
Everything is right there, perfect for you. So, okay, and then let's show you just another feature and the benefits that go along with that. So once you guys have you already have your customers already in place, correct?
Correct.
So it's kind of difficult to get new opportunities, new leads, I'm sure, because you're really working on a field basis with this, right?
Right.
And your customers are really going to be the sellers of your brand, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so here we're going to create an opportunity within the opportunity tab. So with that, you can have the opportunity name based off of whoever you're going to try to make this purchase with. The account name, the type of account, your lead source. So if your salesperson finds this opportunity for you, they can get credit for it.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to have the amount of the sale and your close date.
Okay.
So very super organized. There's an area for everything you could possibly think of.
Wow.
And the next step. So what are you going to do next to finish and close this sale? Pretty much is what this is going to help you with. So honestly, this has changed everyone's life that we've sold it to. Pretty much, it's just like the most basic necessity of a successful sales team. Pretty much, just everything that you would possibly think to need. We have it on here. Just countless benefits and countless opportunities for you. And so pretty much just within this dashboard, there's so much stuff. Just on your side about. Did you have any feedback, any opinions? What do you think about it?
I mean, yeah, wow. It sounds like a lot. My thing, I'm kind of, I would love to have something as organized as this, but I'm kind of worried about the price.
Okay.
Where does that play into this? It sounds too good to be true.
Right. All right. So I went ahead and I put some numbers out for you. So get on a blank page here. So for right now, we could be able to have someone come in tomorrow, start your training with the Salesforce website. And that would cost for the first month $25,000. So to have someone come in, take you by the hand, take you through all this, and really just make a seamless integration of this CRM system into your company, $25,000. And so that broken down per person per month, you have about 100 employees that you're going to want to implement this new CRM system with, right? So that's going to cost about $185 per person. And so that's going to bring you to about $18,500 for the next coming months that you're not going to have our sales team come in and work with you. So total for the first month, it's going to bring you down to about $43,500.
Okay, wow, that's a little steep.
Understandable, I know, like that does seem like a really large amount, but let's just break it down a little bit more for you and just see why it truly is worth that cost. So you talked about how you spend about 10 hours per week inputting the data manually, right? Inputting your sales, all of that manually.
That is correct.
And you're valued at about $120 an hour.
Right.
So that means in just 1 month, you're losing about, let's see, 120 times 10 moves you to 1,200, and there's 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you about $4,800
Per month?
Per month.
Wow.
You're losing just within your own era of inputting the data.
Right.
Moving on to other numbers. So you said that there were some areas of inaccuracy and inefficiency that lost you about 1% in revenue annually, right?
Right.
So with that being said, you're going to lose about $4.5 million in revenue just based off of that 1% error of inaccuracy of manually inputting all that data.
Wow, that's a lot.
So
that number is big.
Right. So just in comparison to that $43,500 for the first month, you're losing $4.5 million in revenue just yearly, just based off of human error alone.
Wow, yeah.
So I think that it kind of does make it a little bit worth it. You know, obviously you're going to have to think it over. It is a big number, but I think that the features and benefits of this program and the CRM system is really going to reduce that number and bring you back your $4.5 million annually.
My company would love that.
Right. Okay, so I just went ahead and took the liberty to write up some paperwork for you just about the CRM system that I can give to you, and I would be happy to type up all of our notes after this meeting and forward it to you via email just so you can go over it and obviously talk to other team members and other directors to implement this. And so those would be, I think, our next steps if you really are truly interested in implementing Salesforce within your company.
Okay. I will definitely have to, go and talk to some other key decision makers in my area because, I'm not the only one that will have to use this.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely have to go back and talk to them. But, we are definitely interested.
Right. Okay. And, just take your time with it. I would love to schedule another meeting with you possibly next week. I looked at my schedule beforehand, and I'm open next Tuesday at around 10 a.m. if you're available with that.
Yeah, 10 a.m. sounds great.
Okay, perfect. So I'll write you in for that, and I'm really excited to get to talk this over again with you and have you sign those papers off and implement Salesforce.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you so much.
It was so nice to see you. Thank you so
nice
much.
to see
Have
you.
a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.